Hi, my name is Mohamed, Hassan Mohamed. I was born in Somalia, Mogadishu, Somalia. I immigrated to the U.S. In around 1993, 94. I came to San Diego, California. Went to started school over there. But my path of getting there and the struggles that I faced, or the challenges, would be immense, which I would share with the Somali community that made that mass exodus out of Mogadishu. I came with my parents from Mogadishu to Kismayo, then Kismayo to Kenya, several refugee camps. Then I came to the U.S., as I said, San Diego, California, and then Ohio. When I got to California, I started school, finished high school over there, went to Crawford High School, came to Ohio, went to Columbus State for a bit, and then transferred to Ohio State, and I graduated from there finally 2009. And now I just work with the community in many capacities, whether it be volunteering, working with student organizations on campus, networking with people outside that are doing positive things for the community here and on. And I work with a group of friends of mine, one being Mohamed, which I have the same name as me, work on a small initiative, a scholarship called Learn With Me here in Columbus, Ohio, which we awarded the students last year. The challenges that I've faced, either as a student or as a new immigrant, someone that's coming from somewhere else, basically another country, and then coming to the U.S., I would say it would be minor because for me, the interaction level and assimilation, I assimilated faster because the community I came to, San Diego, very open in terms of, was not very enclosed. I mean, my interaction with other communities such as the Latin Americans or Spanish, the Asians, were also kind of facing the same challenges as me. So basically, I believe we stood in the same platform and shared similar struggles, whether it be, learning English, going through ESL classes, or, going to the store, communicating with people, and, establishing yourself as another fellow human being that have similar challenges, and, but brings something to the table, like, that you bring your culture, your language, all the positive things to impact the community there, and share things that are positive to enrich the communities that you come into, and then so you benefit from each other, basically. So that's why I say my challenges were minor, because there were other communities present that faced the similar challenges as I, which have, when I went to my ESL class, my first year, I've seen, people with different backgrounds than I, but facing the same challenge overall. But overall, it was been positive. Ohio, when I came to Ohio, the community was still, coming in from other states to find basically better living standard than where they were at. So you had a lot of influx, migration, a large migration around, I think, 99, 2000, and I came here like around that time. So overall, my challenges, I would say, were positive, but there are minor struggles and hurdles that everyone goes through as an immigrant. In terms of the working with the community, um, I find it something of importance. Basically, I mean, I was a student, so I had a lot of time. And being a student means, you engage in the communities in a lot of capacity, if you can, basically volunteering. And that you see through the going to different organizations that serve the needs of different community, whether it will be centered by culture or an idea, whether they care about the well-being of others or the well-being of the community. And you see other kids, younger kids that are coming up, that challenging themselves, they're still in high school, willing to contribute, and it inspires me to do more. There was a girl that contacted me while I was in Minnesota. They said, "Hey, Mohamed, do you still work with the youth? And are you willing to engage in this activity?" I said, "Of course." I say, "Yes, how can I help you? And let's talk when I come back." So you have to be open because you want to know who's coming to your door tomorrow in terms of either taking advice or you learning from them. And be open to learn from a 7-year-old kid because they can teach you a lot more than you think you know, basically. So you have to be open-minded, working with the community. And you'll face challenges in terms of coordinating events. There's always a challenge, Commitment is one. So, and you learn that a lot. Your strengths, your weaknesses, and, overall working with groups. And that carries over to your other organizations. When you go to a business, they highlight that, how well do you work with groups? Can you facilitate a meeting? Can you manage a task, a project from, beginning to ending? So those are assets to you and your community. So if you have them, share them with the community and causes you care about. I mean, community, what I mean is, community is bigger than, it can be the human community. If you care for the human community, then you'll care for your own, basically. And don't be narrow-minded. So in terms of, if you see another community that's struggling with the same issue that you can solve, give them a hand. So I would say don't basically put yourself in a dot that you can't grow. You should be an ink when it touches the page. You should be able to float to everywhere. Learn from others. Be open-minded. Take criticism because you learn. If you can't take a basic, positive criticism, then you don't belong in group setting. Because you have to learn when you're wrong. You have to say, "Hey, I'm wrong. How can I correct this?" And don't limit from who you can learn from and what you can learn from. The world is an open book to everyone, and be positive to everyone, because if you respect someone, they'll respect you back. And so whatever you expect for yourself, expect others in terms of being equal in footing or giving back or participating or taking initiative or taking an action or contributing to, and who knows, you can be tomorrow's leaders, and people are expecting you to step up, fill the gap. Today, we are at odds in terms of whether it becomes media and other communities. They don't know about us, because anything you don't know, you fear. And it's a dark area, there's a gray area in that. So be the one that paves the road to connect to other communities. Bridge from one community to other so that we can help each other as a human community in our small capacities.